Hey everybody, my name is Philip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent here in Northwest Arkansas, and today we're going to be talking something near and dear to my heart, which is food. And so we're going to be talking about some of the most interesting restaurants that exist in Northwest Arkansas. And they're not like normal restaurants, these are weird restaurants, and they're totally fun. So let's talk about that. But before we jump into that, definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. If you are looking to move to Northwest Arkansas, subscribing to the channel just kind of keeps you notified of all the really amazing things that are happening down here. This way, obviously, it keeps tempting you to move down here and escape for wherever you're escaping from. Hitting that like button makes a big difference because I'm super passionate about Northwest Arkansas and getting as many people here as possible. And hitting that like button just pushes that content out to the proper people so they can definitely move down here. And the first and probably the most interesting restaurant that is the most fascinating to me is called Heirloom at the 1907. Strange name, I know, but hey, let's work with this here. So let's talk about this restaurant a little bit. There's so little known about this restaurant because it's one room and only 20 people are allowed to go in this one room. Basically, it's just a tasting menu for whatever the cooks want to make that night. When you first get there, you don't really know where the restaurant is because there's just a wooden wall. And what happens is that there's only one doorknob on this wooden wall. And on their website, I'm literally gonna read it verbatim. It says, "Good things are hard to find." And so essentially, like they say, look for the door near the hand holding, the guiding light, you have arrived. Super cryptic, who knows? I do admit I've never been to this restaurant yet, but I do have my reservations in. It's booked out for a long time, to say the least. It's kind of a newer restaurant here in Northwest Arkansas. It's located in Rogers. And so I'm super fascinated about how they handle things because there's so little known about the restaurant, but I've heard that the food is absolutely amazing. The actual ambiance and the feel is just top tier. And I think it's because of that kind of weird, mystic, cryptic kind of attitude that they have towards all their food. Like, you're not going to know what you're going to eat when you go there. There's no menu. And so that's what makes it fascinating, is the fact that you're going to be going to this restaurant with 20 people you don't know, and you can have a reservation for 2 or more. You're going to be served food that you don't know, and you're going to go into a door that's kind of cryptic and unsure where you're going. So sounds like a good time to me. Oh, that reminds me, if you are coming down to Northwest Arkansas and you are a foodie, or if you're into biking or into adventure or sports or into sightseeing, definitely download my 3-day itinerary right below, because if you're coming down here, there's so much to do. The 3-day itinerary kind of directs you to the right spot at the right time. This way you can have an amazing experience in Northwest Arkansas. So go ahead and download that 3-day itinerary, and then also give me a call when you're down here and we can check out some homes and see how far your dollar can go in Northwest Arkansas compared to other places in America. And the next restaurant is called The Preacher's Son. And the reason that this is more of an interesting restaurant is because it's built in a Reformed church. Like, they took a church and actually made it into a restaurant. So you go inside there, it looks like a church, which is awesome, and they have the kind of the old style wood. They basically have the stained glass, and so it feels like you're going to a church, but you're eating really good food. It's more of an upscale restaurant, but the food is top tier, top notch. And I feel like it's one of those things where you kind of want to go there on a Sunday, I suppose, but it's one of those things you could go there, of course, any time of the week. Really good design, really good style, and it's a great addition to the Bentonville area. All right, so the Witching Hour is a burger-based, horror-based food truck based in Bentonville, Arkansas. So if you like any of those things interest you, and you want to then put them together in an amazing menu, definitely check out the Witching Hour. So obviously, let your imagination run wild of how to design this. They have everything horror there. So you walk up to the food truck, it's just meant to be scary. So anything that you think about horror, it's there. So the menu designed specifically, obviously not to scare you per se, but to have that ambiance of horror, of course. And so it's just a great time, and bring your friends there because you're like, what is going on? I don't know. Am I gonna die? Probably, maybe not, who knows? And the food, of course, is top tier. It's really good, great burgers, everything. But it's just that ambiance of going there and seeing all the designs that the actual owner has put into it. And it's really fascinating because he changes it all the time. And I really do love it because, my God, like, I've been to a couple horror themed restaurants in my past, like, Mexican food and tacos, but nothing comes close to the Witching Hour by far. So are you a fan of Chick-fil-A? I assume you are, potentially. There's a really amazing food truck down here called Bartleby's Seitan Stand. Now, obviously, if I don't know what seitan is, essentially it's like a wheat protein that you can use as a vegan source of meat. So basically, it's a vegan food truck for the most part. And so if you like Chick-fil-A, if you like nuggets, if you even like the chicken cutlets and kind of the burger form, like chicken patty kind of stuff, they have an amazing food. The owner herself is fantastic. She moved here from Boston and she loves it down here. But the food truck is doing so well down here because it's one of the only vegan vegan food trucks down here, and it's also chicken, and obviously they're competing against Chick-fil-A. So they do really well for themselves. Also, you can purchase it all online as well. So in case you want to, if you're in Boston, if you're in LA, or you move somewhere else, you can always get her stuff shipped right directly to you. But the interesting thing is, going back to why it's an interesting concept, is because obviously it's Bartleby's, who's obviously known as like a little devil, and then Seitan is pronounced Seitan, but it's Satan, of course. Like, obviously, you get the joke. You get the joke, okay? So great branding, great marketing. I love it. So if you like vegan food, or if you're a vegan or vegetarian, definitely check out Bartleby's Seitan stand. Also, last but not least, is Slice Pizza. So Slice Pizza is based in Bentonville, Arkansas, and what makes them famous is not only the food, because it's fantastic. First off, I'm a massive fan of pizza, coming from kind of pizza capital of the world, but it's owned by Dave and Jenny Mars, who are obviously on HGTV from Fixer to Fabulous. What they decided to do is to bring in their chef brother-in-law and make their own kind of pizza food truck. And so, great concept. I'm always a fan of pizza food trucks because I'm a fan of pizza, so let's start there. So anytime you say pizza, I'm like, please, where and when? If you are coming down to Bentonville, definitely check out Slice Pizza Bar, located right in Bentonville. Not only is the food great, but it's obviously owned by kind of a local celebrity as well. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. I really appreciate it. Obviously, food close to my heart. Maybe it's close to yours. Maybe you eat. I don't know. But it's close to mine. And so I really appreciate you guys watching once again. Go ahead and download my 3-day itinerary. If you are coming down here to check out the whole area, it'll save you a bunch of time, and you can definitely check out some of the most amazing places down here in Northwest Arkansas using that itinerary. Also, if you do come down here, definitely give me a call and we can check out some homes to see how far your dollar can stretch in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.